Is this gonna be the same exact thing where Dominic gets his ass beat? Yeah, looks it. Okay. Ooh, okay, I do have the option to skip down here, I think. Let me see. Or... no, I don't. Never mind. Okay, fair enough. He looks the same, even though it feels so long since the last time we met. His face, his posture, everything seems so familiar to me, yet now with a caustic feel. I can't take my eyes off of him. I hate him so much. As we get closer to the front of the crowd, I notice that there's a dead bird in front of him. He's leaning over it now, those gorgeous locks of his falling over his eyes, brushing the sides of his face I had looked at so much before. Oh, this is completely different, alright. And suddenly the crowd is gasping. The bird is flying and I can't move anymore.
Dr. Frank, what are you doing? We need to crash this presentation. That's your research.
My feet are frozen. There's a pit in the bottom of my stomach. He looks so happy. Did my research do that? Is he happy because of me? Is he happy with me? Of course he was able to pull off the experiment flawlessly. I had shown him how to do it.
Dr. Frank!
Birdie!
I shouldn't be happy at this moment. Everything in my heart is telling me I shouldn't be. But I am. The crowd is electric. The same crowd that had told me that I had to leave. That what I was doing was immoral. That I wasn't welcome there. Had I finally done it? Was I finally going to be acknowledged? I looked back at the stage. He had seen me. Our eyes met, and his face changes. Our eyes... it was as if he'd seen an unsavory bug. He hated him so much! Eggs is ahead of me, already climbing onto the stage, the monster on his tail.
Hello? Can everyone hear me? Boop, boop, boop. This isn't this man's research.
The crowd goes quiet. The bird continues to fly around, seemingly confused as to its new living state. I make it up to the stage as well, the monster still struggling to make the jump. There is not a single sound in the auditorium now, save for the fluttering of wings. All eyes are on me. Dominic walks over, a strange look on his face.
Frankfurter, bro, you came out of your house. I'm sorry, in the middle of my big presentation right now, you know, thesis project for middle school. I'm sure you remember that. Oh wait, did you flunk out before then? I can't remember. Anyway, if you could get off the stage.
He roughly lays his hand on my shoulder. This is my research. The grip on my shoulder tightens and I flinch in pain.
Pro, don't mumble. What did you say?
I take a deep breath. This is my research! The crowd begins to whisper words I can't understand. Something moves in the audience. Dominic shoves me, his face angrier than I had ever seen it. It's not a good look on him.
Frankie, come on man, don't do this. We had some really nice times together, right?
All of the words I was prepared to throw at him catches in my throat. He leans in closer.
I learned a lot from you, you know? I really couldn't have done all this without you. Thank you, Frankie. You're such a smart guy, and cute, too. Glad to have been able to work with you.
Is this what I had wanted? I just wanted him to like me. For him to look at me with amazement when I told him of all the things I was able to discover. But not like this. I never wanted it like this. Dominic begins to walk away, while readdressing the audience, apologizing for the confused individual who had wandered onto the stage. He continues to explain how his presentation worked. The crowd's noise had taken on a worrying tone. Something is wrong.
Dr. Frank!
What was I doing? I can't let this farce continue. I slapped my face, getting myself motivated to do what I was about to do. I rushed to the center of the stage before Dominic could say anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you enjoyed the demonstration my assistant Dominic here put on.
Assistant?
However, that's nothing compared to what I'm about to show you. Behold! I point to where the monster is still trying to climb onto the stage. He's gotten one foot up, but is still struggling to raise the rest of his body. Oh well, he'll be hold in a couple of seconds. Eggs rushes over to help him get all the way up onto the stage. There we go. This man here is the world's first artificial life form. The crowd erupts in noise. It's a good noise, I think. No longer do you have to put up with lousy, ugly, inattentive boyfriends. Now you can make your own, fully customizable to whatever taste you may have. This, I point to the monster, who has come over to stand next to me, is the future of dating. I take a moment to soak in the audience's reaction. They seem confused and scared. Yeah, considering what happened last time, I don't know how this is gonna go. Well, it wasn't what I dreamed about, but truly innovative inventions were often met with confusion at first, right? They'll come around. Right? Considering what happened with Dominic last time, probably not. Boyfriend, why don't you say a few words to the audience?
I love my papa.
Children! You can make your own customizable children as well! And I'm guessing this is yep, this guy. Hi, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a bit, Mr. One-Handed Man. Headmaster Arian.
You need to leave immediately.
But I'm... The curtain drops. A few armored men appear behind him.
Too late.
Bad, scared.
The men grab Eggs and the monster and hold them back, while the headmaster looks at me with a disappointed look.
Dr. Frank!
Wait, you're still going to pass me, right?
Mr. Not-Nillion, we gave you this opportunity under the assumption that you were going to do independent research, not steal someone else's.
I didn't steal.
And on top of that, you just presented highly illegal research in front of the Queen herself. Mr. Frank.
He turns to me, a sad look on his face.
We at Hindenburg University have done a lot over the past 8 years to prevent this from happening, despite informing you multiple times of the legality of the field of research you were pursuing.
But this is important. What are laws in the face of...
Despite the illegal nature of your work, we have turned a blind eye, leaving you to your own devices. We don't typically like the Capitol getting in on our personal business, but now...
The two armored men had finished handcuffing Eggs and the monster, both of who were looking at me with frightened eyes. Other armed men had begun to make their way towards me.
Our hands are tied in this matter, Mr. Frank, and for that, I'm sorry.
The armored man moved to put handcuffs on both Dominic and I. My heart sinks.
But bro, do I pass?
Under the laws of the Edict of Tannenberry, we arrest you for... A crash rings out from behind the stage. We all turn and see that one of the armored men had fallen down. He doesn't move to get back up. The man who put the handcuffs on me goes back to investigate, and suddenly a figure topples him. Hey, it's the zombie dude! Now in clear sight is the zombie Cilios, had called Tishy. An undead! More of her siblings shuffle in from behind the curtain, emitting an ominous moan.
Look at what you've done! Your research has attracted the attention of unholy creatures.
How rude. Cilios steps out from behind some of his own creatures, looking a bit irritated. Cilios! Dr. Frank, it seems you've gotten yourself in a troubling situation. Would you like for me to help you? Yes, please! He smiles that stupid cute smile he always does and moves forward, the rest of his creatures swarming the remaining armed guards, tearing them down. He reaches for the handcuffs around my hands, but stops. Why did you stop? What is it? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking you look quite good like this. Oh, you're into that, are you? What? My, did I say that out loud? Excuse me. Maybe later. He places his hands on the cuffs and suddenly they turn hot, yet don't burn my skin. Next thing I know, they're melting off my hands. Ah! Sorry, I should have warned you, but it didn't hurt, did it? No, it didn't. I was just surprised. Good. I rub my wrists to get them feeling normal again. Wow, am I really glad he's here.
Yo, can you do that to mine?
Cilios gives him a look for a second, then turns back to me. What do you think? Huh? From what I gather, two of you have a history. Should I let him go or not? Hang on. I'm going to save. Here. Yes. Okay. So I have two options here. I can either say no, or I could let him go, or I could release him. I think I'll be the better man in this and say no. Don't send him to jail. As much as I hate him, I'd hate to think about what would happen to him in prison. I motion to Cilios to let him go. He nods and places his hands on Dominic's cuffs.
Ouch, ouch.
There. They're off.
Why did that hurt so much but didn't do anything to Frankfurter there?
You should get out of town as fast as possible. The Queen's men don't take well to suspected necromancers.
Yeah, you're talking from experience there, Mr. Demon.
A few of Cilius's undead suddenly mobbed Dominic, tearing at his hair and clothes. Now he's a guest to Dr. Franks. Be kind.
Mama?
Mama? Oh no. I look up and see that my boyfriend has mingled himself in with the rest of Cilios's horde. They seem to be having a grand time. My, how sweet. Isn't it, Dr. Frank? Or should I say Papa? You're bright pink. Sorry, Dr. Frank. You're just so fun to tease. It's okay. Oh god, what am I saying? Why does it feel like my heart is going to jump out of my chest at any second?
So you really do roll over for anyone who shows you a little attention, huh, Frankie?
The words catch in my throat. Higgs runs over to me, an exasperated look on his face.
I'm glad you are able to have one last chat with the love of your life, but we need to go.
It looked like more guards were making their way towards the stage. We had to move fast.
If there's anything you've got to tell him, now's the time.
But, looking at him standing there, I couldn't think of anything to say. I felt pathetic. No, there isn't. He pats me on the shoulder. We should probably get going then. We leave Dominic behind, fleeing back towards the mansion. 3 hours later. Do you have everything? I look at the myriad of bags that his creatures are holding, each carrying the only personal belonging I'll have for the immediate future. No, but it's not like I can take the rest of my research with me. Don't worry, it'll be here for you when you get back. We hid it well enough that I doubt anyone would find the remnants of your research. A few of the creatures holding Susie calls out to Cecilius for help. Seems the plant bit off the creature's arm. Maybe you should have, not had a male zombie carry it? Question mark? Again. Oh, okay. He would be trouble to carry long distances, but Cecilius reassures you that he could just as easily reattach anything that the plant would bite off. Yes, I'll be there in a moment after this. One of the creatures sees me looking over and waves back at me, calling me Papa. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And what about you, Sir Eggs? Are you sure you'll be alright?
Absolutely. I'm especially happy for the extra vacation time. Paid vacation time, right, Dr. Frank?
He shoots me a look that I do everything in my power to avoid. It doesn't work. I wish you all the happiness with your boyfriend, then. This will all blow over in a few months or so, or at least to my experiences. Maybe even sooner if what that headmaster was saying was true. I didn't realize they had done all that just for me. Cilius puts his hand on my arm. I look up at him. Damn, it's that pretty smile of his again.
Are you sure you'll be alright, Dr. Frank? You're welcome.
He just barely squeaks out the words before he continues.
To join my boyfriend and I at his house if you wanted to.
Oh, Higgs begins to fidget, clearly hoping I won't take him up on his offer. I think I'll be fine. It'll be fun to learn from him all about the necromancy art. I can implement it back into my work when I get back.
I can't wait to see that. Then I'll be single.
Iggs waves me goodbye, taking off down the hill. It's just Silios and I left, as well as our collective children. Silios leaves to help rearm the zombie that had called out before. Seeing him there with Susie and his own monsters. Have I made a mistake? Dominic's words, they kept coming back to me.
So you really do roll over for anyone who shows you a little attention, huh, Frankie?
Was I blind because he was just paying me some attention? Was I rolling over again? He would leave once I told him all I knew. I needed to stop thinking about him. This was all just business. Because if I let it be anything else, the same thing would happen. Just like Dominic. I frowned. With that said, I think we're ready to go. I looked up. I didn't even see him come back. Dr. Frank? What? You seem sad. Are you missing your home? Or are you having second doubts about coming with me? You are, it seems. It's okay, Dr. Frank. We barely know each other. It's natural. But I'm looking forward to learning more about you on our travels. There it is again. His smile. At this rate, I was going to like him. But doesn't he just want my research? What if you don't like what you find? What if you don't like what you find about me? I can't promise you much, Dr. Frank, but I will promise you this. I will not let any harm befall you while you are in my company and away from your home. You are, of course, more than free to leave our party at any time. We both have things we would like to learn from the other. It's a beneficial arrangement. Why not see where that takes us? Could I trust him? Go with him and learn what he says he can teach me? But I barely know him. He could just as easily turn out like Dominic, or even worse. But I look at him. He could turn out differently. Perhaps, or perhaps not. But even still, the words keep echoing in my mind. Why not? I reach out and tentatively take his hand. A chance. A chance that perhaps things would be different. Why not? Yay! I got the secret ending. That was a nice ending. I like that one way better than the other one. That was definitely an ending I liked. So now I should probably have the extras, right? Credits, don't click author's notes. Oh, look at that. Cool. Well, let's put up the credits really quick here. Because this was a nice little game. I liked this one. I mean, it was so cute and fun. I really enjoyed doing the voicing for this one. This was so much fun to do. I love the art style of it. The music was also really cute. It was a nice, interesting take on the Dr. Frankenstein mythos from Mary Shelley. And it had a cute little, romance in between all of it. I still question the fact that our boyfriend, which I guess now is officially our kid, had pepperoni nipples and way too many muscles, I guess. The 128 pack or whatever. That was weird. But this was a lot of fun to do, and I'm quite glad I got to play this. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. Even if it was a short little thing, I still quite enjoyed this. So, without further ado, we say adieu to Dr. Frank as he takes on the world with his new possible boyfriend, Silvios. I kind of hope so. I shipped them kind of badly. Sorry, but it's true. And they have plenty of children to take care of as well. Hopefully, with Silvios' necromancy abilities, they won't fall apart too hard. But either way, I quite enjoyed this, and I hope you guys did too. So, I'd say it's a good place to stop, and, in the end, I hope you guys have luck with your love too, or not if you choose not to. In the end, it should be up to you whether you are happy with or without someone, and, you know what? Do you. That's the moral of this entire game is, be yourself. And some people might not like you, but the people who do are the ones that you want around. So, for now. This is StarPrincessHLC saying, thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.